Hello, buddy. Guess what? Pujali is back. I don't know how many of you are aware that Pujali has been featured a long back, perhaps a year back, and coincidentally, or by God's grace, what do we call it? She's one of the first people whom I had first approached, and she agreed. There are very few people. I think I can tell on record there are very few people who actually support someone who starts something new. So I would like to tell Pujali that I will always be grateful for her. And in this episode, Pujali shares some simple daily habits and mindset that has helped her in different aspects of life. And I don't know if how many of you guys watching video are aware that Pujali is an author of two books. So let's get to that in a bit. Before we begin, I would like to welcome Pujali back to the channel. Thank her so much for making time. And I always want to tell her and record that I'll always be grateful to you, Pujali.
Thank you so much, Ajay, for calling me on your platform. You call me 100 times, 1,000 times. I'll be there, always ready to come to your platform. I love coming here and speaking. And when you told me that you want me back on the platform, I was so excited. I said, yes, whenever you're just putting it, I'm ready to come.
Thank you, Pujali. Pujali, please tell us what inspired you to help people find their voice.
See, growing up, I realized that there are so many people, so many talented people who remain unheard. Right, when I was working as an HR with an organization, it was my duty to select the best candidate for my organization. So I used to select at least two from out of 10. Going back home, I used to realize that what about those eight whom I rejected? They were equally qualified, they were talented, but the only thing which was lacking was they were unable to express with confidence. There and then I realized that, preparing those eight of them to speak with clarity and confidence would be more satisfying than, selecting those two people for an organization. See, for me, communication is not only English, it's all about self belief.
Pujali, according to your experience, what stops people from being confident speakers?
See, what I believe is that first, barrier that stops them from speaking is fear of judgment. People think that first I'll speak English perfectly before, speaking confidently. So that's wrong. There is nothing called perfect. It's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And there is one more barrier which is trending nowadays, I would say. That is overthinking, right? People overthink that what if I make mistake? What if people judge? So that is the barrier which is actually stopping people from speaking their words. They're putting up their voice.
So, is there one communication habit that can help people speak more confidently, according to you, Pujali?
Yes, there is only one habit. First thing, you have to be consistent, right? Second,
Yeah.
5 minutes. I'm not telling half an hour, I'm not telling 1 hour, 5 minutes of speaking English without worrying that somebody will judge me or I'll make mistake. 5 minutes of daily habit of speaking English will make you confident, very confident. You have to stop thinking to impress someone. You have to start expressing yourself. So stop to impress and start to express.
Pujali, from your work and experience through the Language Nest Foundation, is there a student's journey that has stayed with you?
There are many, but yes, there is one that happened with me before I started with Languages Foundation, and it is the reason why I'm doing whatever I'm doing right now. Right? There was a student when I was working in an organization. He had come for a 3 months course. On the third month, he was in an advanced batch which I was conducting, and his course was just about to finish when counselor informed me that just inform him 3 days are left for his course to get over. So I called him to me and I said that 3 days are left for your course. If you have any doubts or anything like that, I'll sit with you to discuss. He said, Ma'am, I'll talk to you about this tomorrow. I said, okay. Next day, he came up with a paper where he had mentioned in the first month, 3 days he could not take the classes because he was not well. 2 days the trainer was absent. In the second month, there were two birthday parties celebrated in the class, so there was no class conducted. Then a trainer was absent for a day. Third month, 2 days he could not come. Once there was a birthday party, and once he said that, ma'am, you were not there on the day of Karva Chauth. Right? It was your off. So he collected 13 to 14 days of holidays, right? And he said, I deserve to get this class, these classes. And I smiled. I said, who writes like this, mentioning each day? He said, ma'am, I have to. Because I know how I have collected this piece to pay for learning English. I have done all menial jobs to collect this money. He said, I don't have my parents, right? And I just want to learn English. So I can't even waste a single day. I said, what do you want to become? He said, I want to become a foreign tourist guide. I had no words for him. I took the paper to the head of the department and I said that, this is what the scene is. She said, okay, if you want to give more classes than this calculated days, you can. No problem with that. You're open to do that. I gave him a lot of classes till the time he was ready to speak confidently. And the day he was leaving, he said, ma'am, can I get your number? I said, why do you want my number? He said, ma'am, I won't call you unnecessary. The day I will achieve something, I'll give you a call. I said, okay. I got the call after 1 year. Called me up and said, ma'am, do you remember Suresh? I said, yes, I do remember you. He said, ma'am, I have become the assistant to the foreign tourist guide. I'm very close to what I wanted to achieve. So I just made a call to you. And I was so happy. That call was so satisfying. And he came to meet me after 6 months of that call. And I made him meet everyone in the organization. And while leaving, he gave me an envelope. And he said that this is Guru Dakshina and open it once I leave. I said, okay. So when he left, I opened that envelope. It had a 100 rupees note, a euro, and a pound. I called him up straight away and I said, Suresh, what is this? He said, ma'am, this is the tips that I had received before my first salary. So this is my first income. I don't have a mother. So I wanted to give it to you. I had no words. I still have kept that envelope in my locker whenever I feel demotivated. Whenever I feel that why I'm doing this, I take that envelope in my hand. I look at it, and that gives me a reason why I'm doing whatever I'm doing. So yes, there are such stories. They never leave you.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, is there something that your students have taught you that a book cannot, according to you, Pujali?
Yes.
Okay, so coming to your books, Pujali, please tell us what inspired you to write Ignite Your Potential and when did you know that it had to become a book?
Well, ignite your potential through this book. I wanted people to realize that growth begins with the mindset. Over the years, I have met so many people who underestimate themselves, even having so much of talent. So I realized that these struggles, fears, these dreams deserve to be addressed in a very meaningful way. And then I realized that book is the only way to inspire such people to reach them beyond my classroom. And then I went ahead with this first book of mine.
And coming to your other book, 21 Echoes of a Woman's Heart, how did that book come upon? Was there something happened in your life that inspired you to write this book, Pujali?
This book is very, very close to my heart. This book has come from emotions, experiences, and the reflection that a woman goes through throughout his life, silently. Uh, it was inspired by different phases of love, sacrifice, self discovery. You know, I have tried to make this book relatable and very honest, right? And it is like a conversation from a heart to the towards the woman who you know they suffer so much, they go through so much silently, And I want people, this book is not only for women to understand her in a better way, but this is also for the men who sometimes ignore or close their eyes towards those things that a woman goes through, but she never tells.
Pujali, please tell us what inspired you to start sharing your voice online?
Online. I was very hesitant in the beginning, you know, because I thought I love my classroom, I love my students. I'm very happy in this small boundary of mine. So, as my husband, he only insisted, he motivated me that you should, how much energy you are putting, 70% your energy you are putting in the class, 30% you throw it on me. So, use this 30% and don't, don't torture me so much. So, put this 30% of torture online. This will be more fruitful, that
Yeah.
more people will get inspired and your voice will reach, and it will be quite helpful to others. So I realized that to move beyond the geographical boundaries, I have to come online. So I started, and let me tell you one thing, all my videos are in one take. I get very irritated when a word get mispronounced and I have to do it again. So I make sure that nobody's going to disturb me. Give me 3 minutes. I'll record a video and give it to you.
Uh,
So this is what I do.
yeah, because I've noticed in your recordings, I can easily make out that it's been taken in one go and not a cut. I can easily make out. It's very clear.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Pujali, there was one thing I forgot to ask you a bit earlier. When you post these videos online, I have noticed there are some girls that also come and speak on a channel. So, are they part of your team or how does it work, if I'm asking?
That is my team. They are full of energy, full of enthusiasm. They have the same mindset that I have. That every learner is special. I cannot bear that if somebody says, "Oh, he cannot learn." This is what he won't grow or something. No, I cannot bear that. Every learner is different. If you are not able to improve that student, you need to change your pattern, right? You need to change some techniques. Every individual is different. So yes, that's my team, and they are very supportive and they're always there with me.
So, on record, I want to tell your team members that they are doing a fantastic job and to keep going.
Thank you so much. I'll really convey your message to them.
Thank you. So, Pujali, please tell us, after becoming a mother, do you find it hard to balance being Pujali and being a mother to your kids?
True, motherhood changes priority. It is extremely challenging to balance your personal identity with the responsibility of kids, right? Many moments have been there when I have self doubted myself. I have been exhausted, but motherhood has made me stronger, right? And I've learned to balance. And one more thing, balance doesn't mean perfection. You cannot be perfect in anything. Mistakes are okay, and you learn through them. So what I have learned is I don't need to be perfect. I need to balance the things in a way that I have to move through all the phases with grace.
So, in our previous podcast, you had informed us that your husband is your rock. And through your posts and through your work, I have noticed that he is indeed a rock in your life. So, please tell us, according to you, what makes a partnership strong?
Well, my husband would be watching this interview. But this question of yours, I'm sure he's going to replay it again and again, right? And he would be very eager to listen to the answer. Yes, he has always been my rock. And if you talk about partnership, what we believe, me and my husband, what we believe is strong partnership is built on respect, trust, understanding, and supporting each other in difficult times, right? A strong partnership is this. And if I talk about a true partnership, it is all about growing together. That's what we both are doing, and encouraging each other, right? And emotional support and mental belief. is something that makes a relationship very strong. And that's what we both are trying our level best to do.
So I follow your work online also. So I would like to say that your husband is doing a great job, and I would like to salute him on record.
And thank you so much.
Yeah. So Puchali, looking back at your journey, is there something that you're most grateful for?
Yes. See, I always keep gratitude in myself, right? Uh, I am most grateful to all those people who believed in me, right? Even you believed in me, and that's the reason you called me again, right? So I'm grateful to everyone, my family, my supporters, my students. They all believe in me, and that is what keeps me moving ahead. And I'm always also grateful to my journey, that I have been able to impact so many of them through my journey, through my teaching, through my writing, through my communication. So every single person I meet every day, I'm grateful to everyone, because I believe that uh, you know every person in my life is sent for a reason,
Certainly.
right? So that's what I believe, and I'm grateful to everyone around me.
So apart from other things that we have discussed, Pujali, is there something else that you would like to tell our viewers today?
Well, I just want to tell you that stop overthinking, stop this fear of judgment, stop this thing that what if. See, he knows what he has decided for you. You are here to do your duty. You have to be answerable just to yourself. And as I said in my last interview, life is a one time offer, it won't come again. So live with so much of positivity, so much of love, that you never regret about anything. And I also want to tell the viewers that my third book is on the way, and but I'm not going to reveal the name. It's on the way, and it would be a very exciting book for all the age group.
Certainly, absolutely. So, Pujali, is there something that you and your team at Language Nest India are something you're planning towards? Is something exciting coming up for you guys?
Uh, we are, I mean, very soon we are going to take some projects, in which we are going to teach some underprivileged students. Okay, we are going to take this project in which we are going to motivate, we are going to go to those areas where education means nothing, where it will be quite dangerous also. It can be, I have to face a lot of things in that, because they are those category of children who their mindset is like there's nothing called education. Snatching, taking something from others, all these things, drugs and all, these are the things, this is only life. So somewhere down the line, we are planning to reach out to those children, and if out of 10 we are able to change 2 or 3, I think we would be successful in our mission.
Pujali, is there something that you would like to tell your younger self?
Younger self,
Yeah. Pujali was a kid, maybe
uh,
8 to 10 years old.
I'll say that I want to tell her that, see, I'm sure that I've made you proud, right?
I bet.
And I made you proud, and yeah, I just want to tell her that you have turned into a very good mother, daughter-in-law, a teacher, and anything that you had a mindset that I want to become that, I want to become that in a childhood, you have turned into that.
Mm,
So that's what I want to tell her.
yeah. Thank you so much, Pujali, for sharing all this valuable knowledge and information with us. We wish you continuous success in all aspects of life. And thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video, and have a good day. Thank you so much, Pujali, and please convey my best regards to your husband and your kids.
Thank you so much, Ajay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pujali.
Bye bye.